Let's now get you up to date with what's happened so far as well as what's coming in this conflict. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has called for urgent NATO leaders meeting over the Ukraine catastrophe, as he called it. Some more updates coming in from Europe. Lithuania is set to impose emergency following the Ukraine invasion. The Bulgarian president says that the Russian invasion of Ukraine is categorically unacceptable. Remember, at this point, we've been speaking to experts through the day, and a lot of them have criticized the failure of Europe, of different European nations, to come together, present a united front to deter Russia against any kind of aggression. A lot of experts are saying that this was inevitable, given the fact that Ukraine was not included as a member of the NATO alliance, something that Ukraine has been demanding. Other analysts have said that the need of the hour for Ukraine is some kind of military aid, not just the offer of harsher sanctions against Russia that may not be sufficient to deter Russian aggression at this point. All this, of course, is happening after the Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a military operation in Ukraine earlier this morning. We're also getting reports of casualties being reported in Ukraine. Now, we've been speaking to experts through the day to get their insights about what lies ahead. And the independent journalist Volodymyr Solohub earlier spoke to us from Kiev about the latest developments. Let's listen in.
He is launching a special military operation, that justice and truth are on the Russian side as far as he's concerned, that this is about the denazification of Ukraine, a claim he made with.
Good morning. Yes, indeed, this is a very troubling morning. Ukrainians have woken up to a totally different country, the country which has been openly invaded by a nuclear power such as Russia. I woke up at around 5 in the morning to the sounds of explosions here on the outskirts of Kyiv. I also heard the fighter jets flying over. And all of my friends I've been in touch with that are here in Kyiv, they pretty much have the same feeling of anxiety, feeling of concern, and obviously not knowing what to do right now. From the military standpoint, Ukraine is in much worse position than Russia. Ukrainian army, to be honest, has just started emerging in 2014 when it first faced with this Russian military aggression. And even though in the last 8 years the military capabilities, the preparedness of Ukrainian army has improved, of course it's nothing to compare with the capabilities of Russian military complex, of Russian military state. At the same time, Ukraine has been asking its Western partners, its Western allies, to impose preemptive sanctions on Russia, even before Russia has invaded. Just a few days ago, when Russia openly declared the independence of these breakaway republics and openly moved in troops there has been first sanctions introduced. I think that right now, Ukrainian government and Ukrainian people will be looking for more sanctions from its allies on Russia as a way to deter Russia now that it started bombing the cities across Ukraine. Well, it's playing a pivotal role, and this is the only reason, the one and only reason why Russia and Russian president is so mad on Ukraine, that Ukrainians have decided that they want to align themselves with the West. They want to align themselves with the European Union. They want to have closer ties with the European countries. They want to have closer ties with NATO and not with Russia. Apparently, judging from this hour-long speech that President Putin gave a few days ago on live television, he still sees Ukraine as being part of Russia, as being emerged out of Russia, not out of the Soviet Union. And of course, this angered him. Back in 2004, Ukrainians had the first revolution, the so-called Orange Revolution, when pro-Russian puppets was trying to become a president by fraudulent elections, by massive falsifications. Back in 2004, Ukrainians did not allow that. We had a different president. Then in 2009, this puppet became the president of Ukraine. We all know what happened with Viktor Yanukovych when Ukrainians had another revolution, another uprising in 2014 to oust this president because of massive corruption, because of a massive entanglement of Russia in Ukraine's internal affairs. President Yanukovych had to flee to Russia, where he allegedly is still right now. And starting from 2014, Ukraine has been on this steady path of closer allies with the European Union, closer ties with the European Union, closer ties with NATO. This is something which was angering Putin up until now, where he decided that he has to militarily invade Ukraine.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.